It's like Christmas morning and Santa just came, basically. Problem is, we did our job, and now the player has to do his job. Jac Cags is as low as 9-1 this morning to win the Rookie of the Year.
Mm-hmm.
And I know what you're thinking. If you don't have a piece, your question is very simple. Should I do it now? My answer would be no. Last week, I believe last Tuesday, was the day that we said this is the last time. There was a 45-1. There was a 40-1. And now I look at the board, 12, 12, 11, 10, 9. I don't think anybody should be adding more because it is still a very uphill battle. But the point all along was that eventually he was going to come up and the number was going to go away. And that's what's happened.
Yep. I think you go late in the week, Thursday, Friday. Those 40s were starting to go away, but I think we mentioned on Thursday or Friday there was a rogue 40 out there, but the number was starting to go. People knew it was coming. We said, yes, while frustrated, it's probably going to be the first week of June. We didn't agree with that decision, but it was probably going to be the first week of June. There are a couple outlier comparisons that we can make with that. But yes, agree with you 100%. Good call by Jake. The second he gets called up, it's 10. And you look right now across the board, and it's shorter than 10 in some places. But you can call it 10 the number. You could find a 12. That's the highest I see. There are 9s as well. Actually, there is a 15 out there. That's the place that had the 40 late last week, I believe, on Friday. 15 is the best number you can get. Can't recommend that either. Can't recommend that. You guys got it at a better number than I did, but yeah, for all year pretty much, it was sitting at 40, just waiting for the call up, and then it finally occurs. After 50 games of AA and AAA baseball, I'm not going to yell and scream that it was too late. I mean, he was drafted last year. He's the third player from that draft class to get up. We knew the game that was being played. I don't want to support that too much because I think it's garbage, but it's not like he's 25 years old. He was spending years in the minors. He was ready. The Royals need the offense. He's going to have a chance to provide that. But there's a dude that's minus 400 for the same award. That's the thing. Cags gets called up before playing a game. He's the second favorite. Like when you get these big name guys that are performing at that level, they get the hype coming in too. Once they get the call up, I don't know, like Skeens last year, even though it was a different time in the year, different position too, won't be out there every day. So it's not a direct comparison. Man, does that number go. And it went. So anticipating these moves, understanding the rules in place, understanding these organizations and how they're probably going to act when they're going to act is so huge in this. Like us saying, bet Cags at 40 before the year 70, but even 40 last week when we figured it would be first week of June versus he's now up on Monday. It's the first week of June. The number's around 10. Like those are very different conversations.
No doubt. He's going to have to dominate too. I think a couple things working in his factor. He's going to run into a lot of home runs because of how big and strong he is. Have you seen the videos of him looking like the Hulk walking around batting practice? I mean, he's a massive human being, 6'5", 250. And that might be light. I don't know when they weighed him last. He looks a little heavier than 250 now. He's going to run into some home runs, and he's going to slug. The other part is that you have the Royals potentially pushing for a playoff spot. Well, not potentially. They are. They are pushing for a spot. And if he can help them get there, that will bode well for him. But he has a lot of work to do. And this is not a celebration of us making the right bet. This is a celebration of him finally coming up into the show, which he probably should have been in 3, 4, 5 weeks ago. Again, I'm not adding anything. I'm not betting 12, 15. No. Forget it. Ain't happening. And people will chase, and that's fine. There are also people last night that jumped into our celebration of a player being called up. Pfft, he's not going to win. Shut up. I don't want to hear that. Don't ruin Christmas, all right? Santa just left. The presents are good. Cut it. Oh, there's not enough time left. Yes, there is. Michael Harris did it. with a late May call-up. Yordan Alvarez did it with an early June call-up. It can be done. It's an uphill battle, but I'm sitting there. I'm ready for bed. I'm about to lay down and go to bed. And all of a sudden, all night, into 1 a.m, I'm getting DMs and tweets and texts. Let's go. It's a storyline in our business. This will be a storyline for this show the rest of the way, good or bad.
Yep.
And that's what matters.
100 games. How can you sit there and say 100 games? You can just completely say without fail, that's not enough time. I mean, maybe. Here's the thing. With Cags, there isn't going to be much room for error. Wilson, there's room for error because he's got 57 games in his back pocket. Like, I understand if you think that he's not going to win. The betting market is saying he's not going to win. The number goes from 40 to 10. Yes, massive jump. The betting market is saying he's not winning, though, today. It doesn't mean that's going to be the case in 2 months from now, but today it's saying that Jacob Wilson's minus 400. Yeah, I gotcha. Things change. Things change quickly. He had a lot of hype. Does Jacob Wilson have a lot of hype? Jacob Wilson has some numbers to back him right now, 100%. Look, we should talk about that too. Like Wilson, he's hitting 357. He's got a 396 on base, 900 OPS on the year in 57 games. His B WAR is 2.3. His F WAR is 2.8. He's knocking on 3 wins. That is a huge lead. He's not getting the hype, though, and human voters are involved here. So that's something to be considered. So I looked at the Yordan Alvarez year that we talk about. Okay, 2019, he got the late call-up, early June. He goes on, wins the award. Like, before when Yordan Alvarez was called up, like before the number moved, it was well into triple digits, okay? Alvarez played in 87 games, and he had 27 home runs that year. Could Cags do that in 90 to 100 games? That's probably what he's going to have to do. He had 27 homers, 98 hits, hit 313 on base, 412 in 87 games. A 3.7 WAR. This is the scary part. So Alvarez wins it with a 3.7 WAR. Pitcher John Means was second that year with a 4.5 WAR. So the highest WAR doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to win the award. Brandon Lau, a 2.9 that year. Eloy Jimenez, your guy, a 1.6. He was fourth in the AL Rookie of the Year race. So Alvarez wins it with a 3.7. Wilson's probably better than anybody that Alvarez had to deal with that year. That's why it's a little bit of a different situation. Now Wilson goes down to one injury, misses some time. Oh, door's wide open. Wilson slumps, league adjusts to him. Could happen. It's normal for rookies. We saw it with Jackson Holiday to struggle when they come up and go back down. That happens from time to time, and sometimes there are rookies that step in and they just take off, like Chris Bryant, or we can name a bunch of other guys that do the exact same thing. You just brought up Harris with the Braves. So, I mean, there's a chance. Bottom line is, you go up to any better. Hey, got Cags? Oh, no? Would you like this 40? Yeah, they'll take it. They'll take it 100 times out of 100.